Welcome back folks to Final Fantasy XII. I am your host Fuzzfinger once again, and in this video we're going to be making our way across the Sandsea towards the Tomb of Wraithwall. So please do come and join me, pull up a chair, and don't forget to drop a like button if you enjoy, and let me know in the comment section how you're finding this walkthrough and if you're playing along with me. And let's get on with today's show of the Zodiac Age. Before you wonder why Varn has silence, that's because I've equipped him temporarily with the manufactured netherite. And as you can see, not only does it boost magic resist, but it actually halves the damage of all the elements. And since he doesn't have any jobs and isn't actually casting any magics at the moment himself, he's either attacking or using potions or stealing, then the equipped silence is actually not a hindrance in any way, shape or form. So if you haven't already, speak to the vendor and he can stock you up on the potions that you're going to need. You can head across to the east if you want to take on a tough zoo type enemy. You probably won't be able to kill it, but if you go all out with quickenings and whatnot, you can actually stock up on some nice amounts of experience, which will help you going forward. Unfortunately, I don't have any quickenings because I still haven't selected any jobs, although we are getting ever so close to the point where we will finally be able to do that, after creating a master save file with all characters and all job selections available to us. So for now we're going to start by heading over to the west into an undiscovered area. And if we just bring the map up, you can see it's a map that hasn't yet been explored. So we're going to be doing that throughout this episode, but we also have to get a cutscene telling us how this area is going to work.
So, where exactly is Wraithwall's tomb?
Far to the west. We must first cross the Ogir Yensa, and beyond that the Nam-Yensa, before we reach the tomb. An expanse of desert larger still than all of Dalmasca. We must pace ourselves. If you grow tired, we stop and take rest.
You don't have to worry about me. I'm tougher than I look.
You are at that.
Okay, so the desert itself in this place is kind of like a liquidy type thing. We're not going to be able to just go waltzing over it. We're going to have to use the platforms and whatnot that are located around the area in order to actually traverse across. So there can, first of all, be a chest that spawns here or a treasure item, but there isn't in this case. And there's one around here. It might just be around the back if it has of the structure here, but look at this, we've got enemies to start killing, so let's get on with the show and do so. Pointless trying to delay the inevitable, I guess. These are a little bit like the rogue tomato that we killed early on in the hunt. And enemies are going to start getting tougher now, especially with our lack of license board options. What the heck? Okay, that was unexpected. I didn't even realise that we'd had death or doom or something cast on us, but I guess that's my fault for not paying attention. Let's switch back to Van for a moment here. And the chest that I'm expecting is a chest that will only appear once, so it might be worth, while we're here, just leaving the area and coming back. And I'm going to heal up anyway after that untimely death. Don't forget to use these teleport crystals if you do use them. You're going to have to use a teleport stone, so just bear that in mind. And it looks like the enemies haven't respawned, but has the treasure chest. I'm not sure if it's either around the back here, or just up this first level. Okay, well let's just keep moving for the time being. Oh, look at that. We'll grab the urn. And we get the map of the Ogir, yes, what's it called? The Ogir Yensa or something? Either way, it's important. So now we can see the whole area has been nicely mapped out for us. And what's this? Another urn. This time we get the map of the Nam-Yensa, which is actually to the west of us, and we'll be reaching that before we get to the tomb itself. So it's quite a mission. Which we should be aware of, I guess. Down they go. No instant death, it would appear this time. Well, that's a bonus. No surprise you can get a treasure spawn here, but again we haven't. Don't seem to be having a lot of luck on treasures at the moment, do we? It's areas like this where the speed increase is a real bonus, isn't it? Obviously back in the day when you played Final Fantasy XII, you'd have to still traverse this area, but the whole time at normal speed, as you see now. Yeah, we won't have to be doing that today, fortunately. Okay, let's keep moving around. Eventually, we'll get an event. The events and cutscenes do break up this otherwise quite lengthy journey. And we're also going to be building up a nice chain to begin with on these rogue tomato fellows. Right, this is a treasure that only spawns once. It's sleep. Something I feel I need, to be honest. But I'm enjoying Final Fantasy XII too much to be worrying about things like that. That's it. Get me healed. So the damage is coming in very spiky at the moment, isn't it? The physical damage, anyway. The magical damage will be less on Varn. Come on, kill this thing quickly before we die. Oh, really thought we was going to get through that without having to heal. I bought a whole bunch of potions. By the looks of things, I might have needed to have bought a whole bunch of Phoenix Downs. Just check around here. Okay, and we can exit into the next area.
A construct to draw oil from the ground. Abandoned many years now, it seems.
Did Dalmascans build this?
No, the Rosarians. Their empire lies far to the west, ever at war with Arcadia. Heedless of the kingdoms caught in their midst. Dalmasca, Nabrodia, Landis.
'Tis the small craft's fate to watch the list of the galleons and pray for light winds.
Vossler, why are you here?
Imagine my surprise when upon my return to Bogerba, I find both you and the Lady Ash have vanished. I thought you above consorting with sky pirates.
Balthier is a man worthy of our trust, and it was the Lady Ash's decision. I am content to lend my arm, as I could not when Rassler died, when her throne was taken. Never again. I will defend her this time.
You walked the Knight's path. The Lady Ash?
We should leave this place.
Let me guess. Sandstorm?
Something far worse.
I see. So the Dawn Shard does lie in King Wraithwall's tomb. The Marquis sympathizes with your plight, yet the Empire perches as a carrion bird on his shoulder. He can keep whispers of your abduction silent for only so long.
Yes. Tell me, Vossler, what have you accomplished?
We leave at once. This is Nam-Yensa territory, and they are unfond of visitors. Looks like we've attracted the wrong sort of attention. Let's quit this place while we still can. Move!
Vossler! Have you found the means to restore Dalmasca?
First, we must claim the Dawn Shard. It all begins with that.
And he's back as a guest. So it looks like these Nam-Yensa have found a sneaky way of making it through the watery sand area. If only we could get ourselves some of those flying fish rides so that we could make our way to the Tomb of Wrathel quite quickly then, couldn't we? So we're first of all going to head down this ramp here. And we're going to be fighting some of these new enemies that, as you can see, like to cast haste on themselves. So if you've got any jobs with slow, you can take those haste spells off. And it seems like they also like to hit us with sleep as well, which is a bit of a nuisance, but something we can deal with. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We came back to life. How did that happen? Did Vossler resurrect us? That's going to really help us with saving our Phoenix Downs and what have you, isn't it? I guess. Right then. Okay, so at this point down here, we're going to be able to just check if there's any treasure to loot. There's something over here. We'll go and grab that. 296 gil. Very nice. Very nice. Kill this other fella. We're going to be going up the tower. Not this one, actually. But I will just grab the treasure that's over yonder first. A round shield. I don't think anyone's going to be able to equip that. But let's just have a very quick look. Nope. Let's see about Bash. Nope, he can't. Okay, that's fine. Let's just move on. So this is the ramp we're heading up next. And there might be a treasure on this tower, which is why I'm going to check. On the southern side. Let's have a look. There is a treasure. I can see it. Franny, you're going to heal us. That's more like it. And try not to skimp out on killing these enemies because the experience helps, especially because of the challenges we've got lying ahead of us when we get to the tomb itself. We get a remedy in this one. You know, I think things might have been changed around a bit. I'm pretty sure that that's where the urn should have been. Maybe it's been changed for the Zodiac Age, maybe I'm remembering things incorrectly. The urn that contains the maps. But we got those at the start, so obviously they weren't going to be there. But there was at least one treasure, so. Now we're going to head for that northern ramp. Just make sure there's nothing hidden around here, around these parts, before we do. Okay, let's head over to the north. This will lead to another tower, obviously. A large structure, in fact. Let's move away from lunge while we get healed up. So these guys can hit quite hard. I think Varn levelled up then though, didn't he? Level 13 now. Lovely stuff. As I said, this is quite a large structure, this one. Grab the treasure. Tuck the Phoenix down. Always comes in useful. Woo! Saves our money. Varn is like freaky watching his health just go up and down, isn't he? Up and down. Gonna check around for the treasures and what have you. Okay, up we go. By the way, you can actually find what will look like a bomb in this area, but it's a rare mob. So if you do see that, you will be able to kill it. But just be aware it's going to be a little bit challenging compared to the other encounters around here. A golden amulet, lovely. Okay, so now we've looted that, we're going to head around here, obviously. And you can see that there's now 3 paths we can take. Let's just kill these. In terms of my own experience, although I'm not particularly sure why, I think it's just what I've always done, is I usually take the southern path. So that's what I'm going to do. But first I'm just going to explore for some treasure. No, I'm not, because it's going to be too much out of the way. Let's just head to the southern path for the time being. Move, move, move. Got a whole ton of stuff here. I think Varn's going to kick the bucket, unfortunately. So let's use a bit of bash for a while. I'm kind of hoping that Vossler or somebody's going to bring Varn back to life, because somebody did last time, didn't they? I'm sure they did. Or was it just a Phoenix down? No, no, look. He gets resurrected. And this is where we're going to be exiting, once I've checked for treasures. A wizard's hat. You know, when we finally get to select jobs and whatnot, we're going to have a nice selection of items to trial out, aren't we? So I look forward to that. Okay, just trying to see where we are. This is quite a confusing map because it's all samey, isn't it? But it doesn't half help being able to have the overlay up. Can we try and keep Van alive this time? I was going to use a potion, but I didn't see the point. Let's just bring a couple of people in. It's what they're there for. It's why we have reserves, isn't it? We'll bring the lower levels in so they can get some experience. Yeah, when these guys are attacking droves, you can feel the pain. You really can. See if we can get these other folks resurrected again. Thank you, Vossler. It's very kind of you. He is actually just using my Phoenix Down supply, isn't he? Let me just have a look how many up. What is it? What am I doing? Oh, dear. It's that time of day now. No, I don't think he is using my Phoenix Down supply, you know. He's got his own. Wow, that's handy then, isn't it? Right, let's head down this path first. Explore it. Might be a couple of items for us to nab while we do. Right, Fran needs to stay at range. I'm going to head back to Varn for a short while. Right, going. Attack. Try not to die. Nab the treasure. 179 gil. Thank you very much. That's it, you lot start attacking. I'm going to try and keep Van alive without using any potions. Ooh. Got a flying enemy, so I need to try and run away from that. Can we grab the treasure? Seems like that's not going to happen. Right, let's move. And everyone's dead, so let's get the heck out of here for a second. We'll be back, don't worry, we'll be back. Let's bring Vossler back to life because then he can help everyone else, can't he? I know I could bring our other party members in, but what's the point? I was mistaken. Vossler does use our range of Phoenix Downs. It's only because we have been replenishing them by killing enemies that they were still nice and healthy, our stock of them. So yeah, that's what I thought was happening. I was just mistaken on that. And these guys are getting a little bit tricky. Try and take them out without getting absolutely slaughtered here. Come on. That's it. See, fortunately they do drop Phoenix Downs quite regularly. And we're just going to keep heading over to the west. We're not going to head down to the southern exit here. Take the lovely treasures. So that's the way we're not going to go. Got a nice chain going again, haven't we? And then we'll just check around the long way. Make sure we're not missing anything exciting. We're not. And then we're going to take this exit here to the northwest. Right, we're getting closer and closer to our goal. We've got two choices here. The first choice is to head north to the dead end. I'm trying to see if I can get the map up. I'll bring it up so you can see. We can head north from here, across those other three towers, and then over to the west where you can see that triangle shape. Load of treasure we can grab, or we can just head to the west here and make our way to the next area, which we need to do anyway. And I'm just going to do that for the time being, since we would like to get to a save point, I should think. I'm really just trying to get to the point now where we can select jobs and whatnot. Yes, the experience helps, and it's going to help. But there's a time for farming, and that time is when you're next to a save point, which we're not right now. Fran's MP is running a little low as well, which I am trying to be conscious of. So we're going to cross this refinery and just keep going to the west. Who just leveled up then? I think it was Varn. So I need to keep an eye on the other characters as well, otherwise their levels are going to start sucking, because we're getting some good XP here, really. Let's just take a brief detour, though, up the refinery while we are here. There's bound to be a couple of treasure chests. Well, there's been one at least. Yeah, I'm liking all these levels. They're all going to help us. Level high. A fire of Nukai sand. Interesting stuff. Dambania. Let's just have a go at smashing one of these to pieces then. Yep, they hurt as well. And okay, we've broken our chain, but we got a water stone out of it. Okay, we'll head across to the west here and to the halfway point of our journey. And more importantly, a lovely save point, which I am definitely going to be using. Before we actually go any further, you'll want to speak to the Moogle here, who will tell you about a giant tortoise that's tormenting the population, and then we can head over into the next area. And there's going to be a few enemies we need to take care of before anything else. But it won't be long before we see that tortoise. I've just switched a few of our party members around, brought some of the lower level ones back into the fray, so that they can hopefully start catching up on experience. And as always, there's going to be treasure for us to nab in this area while we're here. Just check there's nothing on the other side. Vossler levelling up isn't that important because he's obviously just a guest anyway. Just checking what kind of damage stuff we've got, because I think we're going to need it. Not in this particular moment, but a little bit later on. Got some tough bosses coming up actually. And item magic is pretty much the only magic we can rely on until we are able to select our jobs, etc. Oh, I forgot to mention there's traps in this place. You'll need Libra to see them. And Ash comes with a bangle that has Libra attached to it. So even though we haven't selected any jobs, we can still see those traps. Oh, no treasures. I'm disappointed. Oh dear. Eventually you're going to be able to make it into the next area. And what's this? It looks like something's going on up ahead. Indeed, it's that giant flipping turtle. One thing to note is that this turtle is weak against wind. I'm just going to briefly change our gambit so we're not killing all the guys that are trying to help us here. Party leader's target is what we're going to be using. Okay. And go for the Uraton Eater. Who's making quick work of the turtles, of the other folks for us anyway. So we didn't exactly need to target them. But this guy has a lot of health. And he does a lot of damage. And he hurts. Let's get Vossler healed. So the plan is that we take this guy out and then we head back to the Moogle. Right, let's just bring in a few of our other party members. I want to try and save the Phoenix Downs if we can, you see. Vossler is certainly taking a fair whack of damage. Let's bring him back to life. In fact, I'd say to say that everyone is, but his protector's finished now by the looks of things. Can we steal anything off him? What would a giant turtle be carrying, I wonder? Well, there is something. A turtle shell, obviously. Must have been a spare, because he's still using the one that he had before. What is Ash actually doing, apart from standing there being useless? She has got an attack gambit. And it is switched on. Yeah, she just wants to be useless, I think. Right then, let's see if anyone can cast any kind of magic without using one of our items. Let's go for this. Move. Let's go for move out the way and stay alive instead, because this guy's gone into some kind of berserk mode. Yeah, we're not going to be able to avoid using Phoenix Downs, are we? He's got such an inkling of health left. That's so annoying. And he's coming after us. He's angry. Oh boy, is he angry. Let's bring Bash back up. Oh, but her gambit's off. I didn't even notice that. That would explain a lot. Would explain why she's been absolutely useless up until this point, wouldn't it? Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead. Right, so I guess we could say that was kind of a mini-boss, yeah? Let's go and tell our Moogle friend the good news. And we'll use the save point to heal up as well. Come on. Just select a different party leader. Ash is going to have to catch up later. Right, so here we are back at the save point. But I'm going to need a rest for a bit now, and telling the Moogle about the turtle we just killed does actually kickstart another set of steps that we need to do for an event. So I'm going to do that in the next episode. But thanks for joining me today, guys. We're making good progress towards the tomb of the dead king fella thing. So we'll pick up from the next episode. But take care, folks. I'm off for now. See you soon.